Westwood, Tim Westwood. Yeah, man, it's peak.
What do you think?
Did you watch it?
No, but I've seen like.
Yeah, so it's a
I
half
don't even
an hour.
want to know. I want to watch it. Like
It's a half an hour documentary on the BBC, where 6 black women give their accounts of their experience with Tim. I think people should go watch it because it's very interesting, and then make your own mind up on how you feel about it. But obviously, Tim Westwood's one of the biggest UK hip hop DJs ever. Interviewed and had guests like Run DMC to Jay-Z to the original Diddler, R. Kelly.
Yeah, so many.
One account I'll mention this. There was a woman now who gives an account of when she was 17, where Tim Westwood picked her up, took her to, I don't know if it was his house or a flat, left her in a room, came back in the room, pulled down her pants and trousers and started to proceed to give her oral sex. And she didn't like it.
Why are you laughing? Why are you smiling?
Don't make me laugh.
She didn't like it because of the
We're the worst
consent,
people
or she
to
didn't
sit
like
here
it because he wasn't good at it.
He didn't tie her up. No, I'm joking.
Joe, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to.
Was it the consent or because he wasn't good? Which one was it?
I'm trying to. So she went back. She went back.
I'm just trying to.
She went back. Yeah. That's what I want to ask you. And I asked this in the car with the missus when I was doing the research because I was driving. What
would you do? You found...
And I'm like, babe, like, seriously, that why? If you feel like you've been sexually abused by a man in any shape or form, what makes you go back to the scene of the crime?
You do.
You can.
Oh, you do. Yeah,
what is that? Is that because of the power dynamics? Or?
You might not know it's abuse.
Right.
2 is the control and the power they have over you.
Right.
3 could potentially be, I just love him when you turn dumb as fuck.
Really?
Blind, deaf, whatever.
Right.
Because it does that. Like when you, I'm not saying truly, like you don't love your wife.
Yeah.
When you think you love someone and they have that, hence why older men, younger girls are so much easier.
We just spoke about it.
Unfortunately, that's why so many women that get hit, abuse, right. Because there's so many different ways of abuse.
Yeah.
But when they get physically abused, they keep going. You could break her arm, break her nose, and she will continue going back to you.
Which is why I asked you.
It could be the same.
Yeah, this is because I don't. Yeah, 100%. I understand.
It's just I don't know, but there's so many reasons that you will, even if you are a person that has been through abuse, you will not understand until you go through that specific abuse.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Right. So it's very difficult.
Is it psychological? Is it a psychological thing?
For her, it could be, listen, you could sit there and go, well, you could have just walked away. You could have kicked him. But sometimes the fear
of it happening.
Sometimes the uncomfortability. Shock. Listen, I remember I was alone at home. My little one sleeping on my bed. She was tiny. I lived by myself for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I heard a noise. And I always knew, I lived at a ground floor. Yeah. And there was one window in my bedroom and one in the kitchen that I always left, and I knew where the keys were, just in case I need to throw myself or my child out the window. Wow. I always think of escape. I don't know why. That's always do. That
means protection.
I guess it's a kind of like a trauma response as
well. For me, it's
Yeah.
trauma because of things that has happened.
Yeah.
Bitch, I had my dog, which I forgot I had my dog there because he always stays with my parents.
Yeah.
I heard a noise and I swear I froze like a bitch, like just waiting for that noise to get closer. And I'm like, I could die any minute. You think you're going to react a different way and then you freeze. I don't know. But I think it's very hard to I know why you were smiling, because you were like, you're getting ahead, girl. Just open your legs wider.
But part of me was like, okay.
Yeah.
But this is why I'm asking you the question, because sometimes men, we just go to that default thing of, why are you going back, or why have you returned to the scene of the crime but you're right. Sometimes you don't know it's happened.
Yeah.
Like even sexual abuse happens to men when they're young and they don't know. The amount of brethren that I know that they had sex when they were 14, and I'm like, bro, you know that weren't. And they're like, bro, it happened. We keep it moving. But when you deep it, that woman is an older woman and should know better.
So is there a way to be aware or acknowledge what something is without having to go through it?
What do you mean? Oh, like abuse?
Yeah, like in the sense of like, you know this is abuse. Like you can see something and know it's abuse without having to actually have been through it yourself.
It depends, because I know, because I've been through abuse before. Right. But then it could be a whole complete different abuse. Because I've been in like where it was physical, but then I've been with someone who abused me like financially, mentally. It's so different.
Right. Yeah. I guess it's a bit different, but you know, like when you can see or hear something happen, you can be like, and you in like deep down, you know that's racist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was saying?
Yeah.
I always do this, and I think I'll always come across that. She goes again.
Right.
Speak up.
Right.
I will mention anything, anywhere, even if I'm uncomfortable. And if it makes anyone uncomfortable, if I see it, I will say something.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if I saw someone like on the train the other day going to work, I was tired. The man was like standing, like his dick was like in her face. Right. And she looked uncomfortable. Right. And he was like, you're right. And I like went, and I went,
really?
I literally just went, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Like, don't fuck around. Like, if I see people, say it. Like, I'm not going to stand there and allow people. Don't get me wrong, some places are dangerous and all that. But abuse, like, I've done it with my friends. I've sat my friend down and gone, you do know you're in an abusive relationship. Right. You love him so much, but you're not understanding that he's doing this.
You're not deep in it.
I'm not telling you to leave. Yeah. But it's like, these are the signs. Just be aware of it. Yeah. And I think just talk.
Exactly.
And say things. Like, I've seen friends do things where I'm like,
So do you think you can help someone that doesn't want to help themselves?
You can try, and I think for example, like I've known Gino for a while now. So I know, for example, if I try to help him with something that he keeps like pushing me away, I'll know he's going through something. Yeah. Because he's not the sort of person that will not want to change and better himself or listen to opinions. Where if Gino was a person where I knew he was quite dismissive, never really changed, I can give you my advice. If you ever come to me, I can help you. But after a while, I'm it
is what it is.
You've got to do what you want to do.
Yeah, no, I feel
I'm
you.
here for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think you know your friends. You can always like try and help.
Yeah.
But if they don't want it, you can't, because it's so hard. Sometimes you have to go. Someone would say to you, you're in an abusive relationship, or maybe you will feel it, but you don't know how to get out. And you don't understand. You don't even understand it. So that's like. Listen, this is a thing, Joe. This is why, like, it's great having women on the pod, because it's
Women's Month.
It is. Yeah, it's independence. Yeah, all of that.
Yeah. Independence.
Is it? What is it? International. Yeah, same thing, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like independence. They got their independence from international, and then they celebrated it through International Day. Damn. Right? Yeah. Sorry. Same thing, bruv. But what I'm saying is, like, until you speak to a woman who knows the dynamics of it. Men, we're just quite like, it is what it is, get on with it, crack on with it. We're women, the psychology side of it, and obviously they are the weaker vessel. And back to the conversation we're having with Tim Westwood, prominent, famous DJ.
Is anyone going to believe me?
Women are around him going, raw, he's got this, he's got that. Yeah. He knows And we get questioned, what were you wearing? Yeah. What were you doing? 100%. Because I could want to have sex with you. That's what you want to do. And I might change my mind 100%. On the spot. Yeah. Like that I have every right for my mind to change. Do you know what I mean? But then when you're there with someone who's known, I don't know, you kind of go, do I say anything? Do I not? Yeah. Like, and they're showing you things. They're taking you out. Before I got into this dancing thing, I was doing like modeling, like meeting photographers, like for exchange and all that shit when I was younger. And I met up with a photographer, with a woman there, and I was young. And listen, if I don't know how I had that confidence to say no. Yeah. But if I hadn't said no, there would have been something happening. Yeah. Lower your shirt a little bit. Yeah. Do you want to just unbutton your bra? Yeah. And it's like, you're just on the spot. You're by yourself. You're just like, okay, yeah, it's safe. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, we're not going to show nothing. Just cover your boob. Oh, okay. He's not going to. Mm-hmm. And then you become uncomfortable. You're doing things you didn't want to do.
never told anyone, because who am I going to tell?
Yeah,
why the fuck did you go down there by yourself?
It's deep.
I'm young, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's so many scenarios that could happen.
Yeah.
And it's
so what would you suggest to our audience with regards to that? If you are in a situation and you're not sure if it is abuse or not,
I think just communicate. Have friends to communicate. And I think not take offense when someone like says, oh, like you need to leave, or you need to do this, you need to do that. Don't just distance yourself from that person because they're trying to tell you something that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I think the more you communicate, more people are aware.
Facts.
So at least if, God forbid, something happens, it's like, well, I remember I sat down with her and her relationship with her partner wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like communication, like
communication
therapy.
Right.
Even if you're doing really well in life, go and see a therapist.
Yeah.
Just so you can start talking, releasing, finding ways to like deal with situation. Everyone's got issues. There's things that we can always learn from therapy, you know?
100%.
So I think, and vice versa, because I think men are very silent in this thing, and abuse does happen to men. And I think not a lot of people go and talk about it.
Men, we don't talk.